Hello and welcome to episode 163 of The Madness Table. I'm Andrew, here with Sam, Will, and Brendan. And you guessed it, this week we're brought to you by Nacho Libre, the Criterion's Collection's pick for best movie of all time. Have you seen a better movie? No, you haven't. And you haven't seen a better social media platform than the various ones that carry The Madness Table. Instagram, not X, Threads, TikTok as long as it's still street legal.
For about a week.
Come on down. And if that's not enough, just like I can't get enough of the slapstick hilarity that is Nacho Libre, I can't get enough of the Discord for The Madness Table. It's a place where you'll get some weird messages from me. Also, content. Also, it's a great place to ask questions like those that appear in our bonus action, which you could access if you donate to our Patreon or Coffee. Coffee, that's spelled Kofi, unlike Nacho Libre, which is spelled Nacholibre.
He had to read that. I saw it. He had to read it.
So many times.
Silence! Well, if you're having a great day like I am, you should definitely rate or review. And if you leave the promo code #NachoLibre, you'll get a special gift from Sam. Well, that's all I have to say. Me, Andrew, who is Nacho Libre, I will now send it to Will, who is Will.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I love how relevant and on the current events we are, especially with the new blockbuster Nacho Libre. A part of me, when you pop back on screen, I was like, is he going to try to do some weird twist with like an actual current movie? And in my head, I'm like, is he going to be like, I'm Nacho Farastu or something like that? And I was like, oh, no, that's just not going to happen.
That requires me to be clever. and know what the kids are doing these days. Both of things I simply can't commit to.
Gotcha. And then it just like in my own head, I'm like, oh, horror movies that I don't want to see. And then it made me think about one that I was like, oh, this makes me think about a game. And then I was thinking about a lot of things other than D&D, which is sad. But now I'm here and I'm thinking about it. So last time you guys, I'll be honest, everybody, this is a recap for us. It's been a hot minute.
It's been a while.
We've been hitting the juice and away from our desks and computers, and so we all just need a brief moment to talk like we know what we're doing. You guys showed back up in the city. Woohoo! Everybody's happy. Heroes have returned with
Big summer blowout.
With new person and lots of introductions, handshakes, reunions with Stool, Lara, feeling feels, running into Grumbles, who's like, fuck, here's a prophecy. You leave him, you're walking through the city, everybody's on edge. Oh my god, there's murders. You stop by Beatrice, you see Sue, happy reunion, we ship it. You guys move on. You go up to Coalfire Keep. You're like, knock knock, is the king in town? And the guards are like, fuck off. No, they don't actually say that. They're like, oh yeah, he's really busy getting debriefed about the last murder, which was like a couple of hours ago. He'll be in touch though. He recommends that you maybe go see how your house is coming along. And you guys are like, dang, we butthurt that the king won't see us. I guess we'll go see our house. So you go to your house, you're walking around, you're like, hey, there's the Grumble shed that he totally said he wasn't living in. But it kind of looks like he's living in it. Lo and behold, Indigo gets pulled around the corner. He's told about a fungal wedding. That's not good. Grumbles tries to sneak away. Lara rocks around the corner and slaps him. And it's just like, give me a prophecy. And Grumbles is like, oh no, Gracklestug, lightning, big bad stuff. And that's where we find ourselves. Grumbles on the ground crawling towards his little skull cap to cover his exposed brain. And Lara, now having been shared this awful prophecy, and Indigo, who kneels just a couple feet away. And we just see Grumbles just like, my head.
Lara like shoves him away, and then she quickly backs off, clearly in shock. At
Okay,
what she's heard.
so the kobold in rags that's crawling on the ground towards his skull cap, you shove again.
If he
Back
wasn't-
away. You like kick him in the dirt. You're like,
No,
get the
no,
fuck
no,
away
no,
from
no.
me.
I'm imagining that he was like gripping her in the midst of a prophecy, and then she shoves him away. She wouldn't kick him when he's down.
Oh, okay.
Hunts him across
Yeah.
the dirt.
Yeah, that's her other
Get
character.
off
right?
of
Come
me.
on.
I didn't permit you to
He
speak
hits
to me.
the shed, and his skull cap shatters.
Hey,
No.
hey, you know what, Sam? Roll a
No.
strength check. No,
I'm
roll a
not-
strength check. Go ahead, do it. You shoved him.
Feels
You said you
good.
shoved him. Let's roll a strength check.
I can't believe you killed Grumbles
I know, in cold blood.
So I'm gonna be so mad at myself.
on his own property.
Look, if it's a straight strength,
Mm.
that's a dirty 20.
Oh my god.
Here lies Grumbles.
I don't want to lose my shed profit, Will. You have the power to not take him away from me, please.
I was like, oh, it's gonna be fine. Like, Lara, it's not gonna be that bad. No, a dirty 20.
Yeah, 17
Um,
plus 3.
Fuck. Poor Grumbles. He's like, he is holding on to you, but he's like half your size. And he's just like, strike from the heavens, and you're like, get off me, and you huck him, and he hits the backside of the shed and then collapses, and you can just see blood from the top of his head around the exposed
Oh my
bone.
goodness!
And he's like not moving on the ground.
Indigo is gonna rush over, grab the cap and this strange little kobold who I, again, met earlier today. It's kind of weird. I'm gonna slap that cap back on his head and hit him with a Cure Wounds.
You slap it on, blood just like squirts off. You cure wounds. How many hit points do you give him?
Here, listen, he's not getting an upcast. Let's not get crazy about this.
Yeah, you don't care about him that much.
He's fine. He's
He
fine.
needs to be alive, not well.
Yeah, it's a 7.
7? Oh my god.
I mean, how much hit points does he need, Sam?
He's a prophet, man. He could be like a level 20 cleric. We wouldn't even know.
The average NPC or like non-combative NPC HP is like 10.
3 or 4.
So
I'm saving his butt. Also, if he's a level 20 cleric, I gotta take out the competition.
He's competition.
oh my god,
He's
what
got
if he
mad-
was the street cleric?
Oh my god.
Indigo picks up torture out of the bag.
I have a score to settle.
I think Lara was just really surprised by the prophecy, and so she like shoved him away and accidentally caused things. How's he
Holy
look
crap,
after this?
Lord, you killed this guy!
She's just in shock. How does he look now?
How many hit points did he get back?
7.
Okay. He's alive. He's still unconscious.
Lara,
Maybe we just put him in his little shed bedroll and leave.
no, oh my
This
god!
is just
You're a
bad-
monster.
He's alive.
Lara hears Indigo like yelling at her, and she like snaps out of it, and she will hurriedly rush over, and she will also healing hands him for 13 hit points.
Okay.
Oh, fancy's fancy.
Just like a quick like boom, like a defibrillator.
Defibrillator.
Yeah.
He's like,
Are you okay?
no.
He's back to normal.
Are you sure you're all right?
He's like looking at Indigo, and then his head snaps to you, and it's like, what the fuck? What
I'm-
the fuck?
I'm sorry you surprised me with your bullshit prophecy.
You surprised me. You shouldn't sneak up on old men like that.
Yeah, Lara, where's your sense of courtesy
She like
and
glares
respect
at
for the elderly?
glares at Indigo. You are on our property? Unless you're saying this is your shed.
Lara, we just got here. We don't have property.
You said this was your home.
It
No.
is also not done being built. I don't think we can own a project.
I'm sorry.
He looks at you. He looks at the shed. It's not my house, no, my property. And he like shoves himself off of Indigo, and he's like hitting his dirty, dusty robes full of holes and stuff like that. And he's touching his skull cap, and he ties the leather back down underneath his chin. And he's like, "Good day," and then begins to walk away.
Would you still like to have the town forward your mail here?
Yes. He keeps walking. He doesn't look back.
Scylla's like in the back. I will put your funds in your mailbox. Your
Good.
daily stipend.
And he keeps going.
This is a weird place you guys live.
Agreed.
It has all kinds of people. And grumbles.
Because he's different.
How much
He's
do
not
we
people.
How much do we believe the things that he says?
Oh, as soon as you say that, Indigo like snaps to you. Oh, guys, we are seriously boned. Yeah, the ritual that Zuckboy is trying to concoct to infect the fungal network that is the bedrock of the ecosystem, both in the Underdark and ultimately throughout Proal, is rather imminent. So if we want to just like take those timelines and take them up a little bit, that would be great.
Zugdmoy.
She's an evil mushroom.
Like stool.
Wow. Wow. No.
Little generalization there, but she is the demon prince of, is it decay? Or no, just fungus.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't know.
I'm learning on the fly here, buddy.
Yeah.
Let me flip open my fucking book.
You made him open the book.
This is like, Jesus Christ, what episode was Zugboy?
She is the queen of fungi, lady of rot and decay.
Okay.
Yes.
I was right on both
Yeah, you're
counts.
on.
She is the reason the Myconoids had to evacuate.
I thought that's because you burned their house down.
That was in response to Zuckmoy.
My mistake.
But you are correct.
Mhm. If we cannot meet with the monarchy here, do we head back to Sekarak?
I would like to wait a little while. Hours, not very long, but it sounded like he was going to send for us after his briefing. If it takes too long, we will move along with our plans.
Wow, did you think we were going to solve a murder? I've never solved a murder before.
I don't think the murders are ours to solve.
I guess the killer goes free one more day.
We should be briefed, and if we can help, we will. But I have a feeling we push together too many strong minds and cultures, and tensions are high and people are dying.
Wow, not really like a melting pot guy, huh?
It is different when it is involuntary.
I have heard the metaphor of a tossed salad rather than a melting pot.
That's not what that metaphor means. I know you weren't part of the group in prison, but that's not what that means.
I do not understand.
Yeah, can you explain that in great detail, Sephel?
I will not.
What would you recommend we do then?
So I think, do we get the feeling this is gonna be a little while before we hear, like...
You have no idea of knowing.
Okay.
You really have no idea. Because you were told that there was almost a dozen murders.
Right.
And that considering how much the city's expanded, that number is not necessarily huge, but it seems like this has occurred in a short period of time. So like, it's definitely got people on edge. You just don't know.
Yeah.
You want me to ask Proal?
I mean, sure. It's just kind of, it's hard for me to wrap my brain around, because I feel like the two paths right now are to prepare for the ritual and figure out what needs to happen there, or to decide if we need to look into these murders. And I feel like the place to start on either of those fronts is the conversation with Boletaire. So I don't know, do you guys have any like places you want to start while we're waiting?
Is there anything to be done with the house?
That's mostly on the townspeople to work on it. If you guys want to spend time working on it, you totally can. They're like, for Indigo, I would imagine like just the sheer vastness of this city compared to everything else you shortly experienced here in the Underdark would be pretty compelling. Like there's many places of interest, including the bug farms, and you could go try to find DePickle in his purple worm riding. There's tons you could do. If you want to help out with the house, you can.
Well, yeah, actually, my internal monologue that sounds a lot like this guy named Will. I have some really interesting insight. Hey, do you guys want to like talk to anyone who's not here, or maybe just see what anyone's doing? Man, being alive is great. I can like spy on people now.
I mean, yeah, I guess we can check in on the local, I guess army, for lack of better term, that we amass. Like we can check in on Weth and the sort
Strike
of the
team.
training on that side. We can try to find Dylon, see how the cavalry. I guess, yeah, check in on the parts of this battle that, like the battlefront that we have amassed here. And then we'll talk to Boletaire about the larger scale after.
Wait, Lara, didn't you say you had a beef with somebody named Gratz?
Grazit.
Do you want to know what he's doing like right now?
You can do that?
Oh, 100%.
What does it mean? What would you explain?
I can look into his mind. Or no, actually, no, I can't. I can just see what he's doing. Like right now.
I would be particularly careful not saying don't, because that is very useful. I have experienced a number of times now beings of that power being able to look back when we peer at them.
What is the limitations of your ability to see?
Kind of just like exactly what's around them, and let's see, if you can like tell me some stuff about them, I can be better at it. You got anything that's theirs? Like their fingernails?
Arguably Lara.
Ew, gross.
That's not true.
It's a custody battle.
On the other hand, I could ask God if we should, solve these murders or not.
Could you ask any god?
No, only the good one.
Could you
Which god
ask?
you want?
Holy shit.
Could you ask any entity?
Matter can catch these hands. I'm only for Proal, baby. Wait, what do you mean? Oh.
Wow, that was damn.
Did you just fall over? Let me help you up.
You questioned his faith, and he immediately
He
went
fell
soft.
over. Oh my
I'm sorry. I, much like Tinkerbell, I'm maintained by the faith of those around me, and
I find your lack of faith has made me flaccid.
Oh my god. It legitimately sounded like you like fell on a wood floor. Like
Yeah.
boom.
basically, it's kind of how I feel.
Yeah, let me help you up.
Well, thanks. But yeah, no, I can only talk to Proal, I think. I mean, like, why would I want to talk to anybody else? That's ridiculous.
I was more so thinking of a genie on the material plane.
I could do that.
Well, you sound excited. Oh, frisky.
Then perhaps we do both.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can also I could call someone too. Are they all in this plane of existence?
You have a lot of abilities to speak, Indigo.
Yeah, I'm pretty important to like the whole process here.
It seems as though your abilities have only magnified that which we found.
No, true that. I'm like a reinvigorated package, baby.
Right. I am concerned about watching Grozit. But it might be helpful to know if he has any inkling of what is coming his way. The prophecy which Grumbles spoke indicated that the Sky Lord would descend upon a six-figured one. Of course, Grozit. I can only assume the Sky Lord was referring to KN.
What?
Are you surprised?
Have you ever heard of Kain being described with that moniker?
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
It is badass.
Yeah.
Not in such a way, no. But who else would it be? I believe it to be true.
Indigo's gonna walk up, put his hand on your shoulder. Is it you, Lara? Are you the Skylord? Are you ready to take on your power?
She like looks over at your hand and like picks it up like it's disgusting and drops it. I would never presume to have more power than KN.
Wow, okay. Yeesh.
Watch your pride, Indigo.
Wait. Yeah, I guess there's a new cleric. Yeah, there's a new cleric in the group. Really?
It's your power. Those are my suggestions.
Yeah, that's cool. How about this? Let's go talk to all your friends here in the city, give them some high fives, and then we'll see what... Wait. Do you want me to, like, look at your guy? Do you want me to, like, spy on your man? Your Skylord?
Chris Pratt?
That's Star-Lord.
Oh, Star-Lord, my bad. I'm sorry.
Wait, your patron's name is Chris Pratt? Very specific.
That was his name before he became a genie.
Bitch voices everybody.
It's just Chris
That's
Pratt.
exactly what it was.
Yeah. Sephel indicated that he could do the same.
Oh, that's right.
I could potentially allow you to ask him questions directly. They would be simply answered questions. But you could check in a more finite way than a simple peek.
How many questions?
5.
Are they yes, no?
Wow.
Yes.
I can't remember. Yeah.
Yes, no, maybe, never, irrelevant, or unclear.
Wow. I didn't know that Kane was a magic 8-ball. Incredible.
Will, for your reference
Try again
and
later.
potential preparation, this is I'm thinking of contact to other plane.
Okay.
I don't think he's on a different plane is the thing. I think he's on the material
It
plane.
doesn't. So the wording is a little bit. You are contacting an entity from another plane. It does not specify they have to be currently on that plane.
I see.
They just have to be an extraplanar being.
Let's do that. I have 5 questions that I could ask.
Okay. Could I use your lamp to have a better attunement to him?
Yeah, she'll nod and pull out the leather around her neck with the lamp on it, and she'll like take it off over her head and hand it.
He grabs it and runs off into the night. Sucker!
Joke's on you, I can call you that back in an hour.
No. I had a. Have you ever like
Intrusive thoughts all the time.
No, have you ever had a joke that you were like trying to make work, but you waited just 2 seconds too long for it to be funny anymore? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then you talk to everyone about it and about how
Yeah.
it's too long.
Oh, it's the worst. It's the worst. And then you cut all of that because why the fuck would you waste time talking about it?
100%.
Okay.
So many of our early episodes.
What do you mean early?
Last week.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sephel will sit with the lamp and sort of feel the latent power and the connection to that being.
He's just fondling your lamp.
Yeah,
in
he's
the
like
backyard of your semi-built
So
house.
comfortable.
just like sausagey orog fingers just manhandling your
To anybody
packed-
walking by, they just see his back and just his hands moving.
just in his lap,
Yeah, and they're just,
Just
Mama,
like-
Mama, what's that man doing?
just mumbling to himself.
Lara's just like her arms crossed, just like staring at you. Like,
So a group of guys walking by are just like, oh, great, another fucking grumbles.
Okay. So I will cast Contact Other Plane.
Cool. Make a DC 15 intelligence saving throw, please.
Yep,
Uh-oh. I didn't know about this part.
I did.
Yeah.
I mean,
He could take some damage.
it's a +10. I
Do you,
think.
real talk. Do you have any idea of the type of other being that you want to contact? Just out of curiosity. Or is it literally Kayan?
Yes.
Or is it... Okay, all right, just making sure.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I'm
Go ahead.
literally trying to contact Kayan. I thought
Yeah,
that
that's
was
fine.
very clear.
No, I'm just double checking.
Okay.
Don't get distracted.
Will's making me nervous,
I
guys.
know.
He's making me real fucking nervous right now.
He's got a gun in his hands and his hands are trembling.
So here's a question. I have advantage on saves against spells. I would assume my own spells count.
No. Just straight roll,
Is that
please.
just because you're an asshole?
Yes.
Okay. At least you're
Just
honest
because I
about
want
it.
to see.
At least you're
I know.
honest. Natural 19, motherfucker.
Dang.
Let's go.
That sucks.
Does
Okay.
Does a 29 save against my own magic?
Yeah, I guess. Loser. Ask your questions, please. That's not Kayan.
Okay.
That's just me.
I think I'm pretty sure it is actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he sounds like.
Compared to that big image, it's just your riddles 3.
So Sam, do you want to word them and I'll just kind of like
Lara's
You'll be like-
right next to your head, and you're both looking up,
do,
just like,
do you
"Wha-
want me to say this or do you want to ask the questions and I'll just act as a translation piece?
Yeah, he's
do it like telephone. You whisper into his ear and see if he
See what he
fucks up
gets right.
asking
Yeah.
the question.
No, I love the image that it's the 90s and we're like holding a phone
Yeah.
up to our...
Just the little cups.
Yeah.
Just little cups with the wires.
No speakerphone yet.
Have you tried the 5 cheese Alfredo? That's not what you could. That's not what you wanted to ask.
Okay, question number 1. Will you be able to physically join us for the fight against the demon princes?
Maybe.
Okay. Okay.
Are you planning on fighting Grozit?
If a connection is made.
Christian Mingle.
Shit! Damn, Sam. You're like, I'm going to Vegas. I'm coming in hot tonight.
Yeah.
Read this shit. Okay. Hold on, I can't read mode ready. Do this
She's
is
already
telephone
hitting
with
the
myself.
sauce.
Do the demon princes know we're plotting against them via the summoning ritual?
Some.
Oh, wow. Are we at risk of the summoning ritual being sabotaged?
Maybe.
Are there demon princes' influence in the city of Ember right now?
Yes.
Fuck. Red alert, red alert, red alert.
Close it down! Close it down! Hang on! Hang
Danger!
on!
Danger! Danger!
An old woman comes out of somewhere just, you're going to die!
I step into the largest crowd of people and break my staff of the Magi.
No!
Oh, shit.
End of campaign.
Well, that answered more than enough.
That's bad, right? Like, that's like... Most of that stuff was kind of bad.
That's incredibly bad.
Why did we do this?
There were
We didn't
zero.
have to know this.
There were zero positive answers in that.
Well, what would a good answer have been?
Yes, I can
Sephel
make it
pulls
down.
out a little pill bottle. It says antidepressants on it.
Yeah, right.
It's just his hands shaking. Fuck.
My genie life is just full of fucking...
Yeah, he starts pouring out from the genie bottle a bunch of pills.
What an incredible AI generated image.
Yeah.
I cast 7th level Percocet.
Yeah, right.
I need you to take a point of inspiration.
Oh, that's good.
Shit, I actually, why don't all of you? You guys have been on point tonight.
Let's
Just
go.
holy smokes.
Oh, baby.
Yeah,
Look
he's
at
making
fuck.
he's making up for all the inspiration he never gave us throughout the entirety of this campaign.
Yeah.
I did, just
fair,
you
we
used
started
most of
this
it
from-
wrong.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
never work.
Yeah, we gave it to everybody who couldn't roll worth a shit, which was all of us.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
I think we should consider that working on the summoning ritual needs to happen in a secure location. We should be careful who we tell. Who have we told?
Sekarak.
You trust
He's
him?
He's kind of like the main guy, right?
I have.
You're hesitating.
As soon as Sam said, do you trust him? All I had was that image from fucking Lord of the Rings, where Frodo's like, you take the ring, and
Yeah.
Galadriel's just like, you would trust me.
Yeah. As an intellectual, I trust no one implicitly, but he has given me many reasons across multiple lifetimes to trust him. I could cast the spell again with a different target, and
Who?
we could, I don't know.
If we maybe we talk to Mr. King and get some more specific information, and then I would be happy to ask Toral about it.
That is all well and good, as long as the king has not been sabotaged.
Yeah, but if we actually, we could just ask Toral now, because one of my questions was gonna be: has the king been compromised?
Oh, then you should do that. Why didn't you say anything sooner?
You guys were doing a thing.
God, you're so useless sometimes.
Let me just write this down. Okay.
Yeah, I was basically gonna say we should inquire about the king and we should inquire about Sekarak, because those are like
Yeah.
the biggest two people that we are going to be talking with and bringing into this plan.
Yeah. Is there anyone else? I get 3 questions with commune.
Did I tell Sue?
Ooh,
I don't-
I think you
don't
did.
think so.
I don't. You
Yeah.
definitely didn't go into like the big
Yeah, I
details
don't
of
think
it.
I went big.
You were like
Because
catching up.
my concern with Sue is that she would have told Beatrice, and I feel like
Sure.
Beatrice can't be trusted with shit.
Yeah, you didn't go big. You told her to go home.
Yeah,
Ouch.
awkward.
Ouch. Ah.
Okay, so we're good there. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, the big question marks are Sekarak, the king. I would honestly extend it to anybody in the castle.
Fucking Leonin, Leah Star. What is his
Oh,
name?
I-
can't
Certainly
think of his name.
Airties, you
Sterling
jerk.
Airties?
yeah, I
I'm
wanted to
sorry.
say Noban. I'm like, nah, he's fucking dead.
Oh, shit. Yo, where's Nobon at? Yo, can we ask
Gone.
about-
Oh, yeah,
Fucking
ask about
gone.
No.
Yeah.
Yo, where'd my cleric go?
Okay, guys. All right, I'll tell you this. All right, I'm gonna ask about the king. I'll ask about Sekarak. If the king's already compromised, I'm not gonna ask the castle. I'm just gonna ask about Nobon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened to him.
Li-
Alright,
little do we know, Noban went and told everybody about the plan because I spurned him.
Yeah, right.
He just starts. He crawls from around the corner. And he's like, "Gotcha, bitch."
He is the most toxic ex ever.
Also, Andrew, you should not ask specifically the king. You should ask king and queen.
Can I?
Let's not
Like,
forget the women,
quick-
please.
Quick question. If you're going to ask, potentially, is there anybody compromised in the castle? You already know the king and queen are in the castle. So, like, you'd get them and everybody else in that castle per that one question instead of using 2.
Yeah, but if I
And
want to
that-
ask specifically about the king and queen because they're about to be our like point of reference. The
Okay.
Castle. My thought was the castle's like a follow up question. If the king and queen are not directly compromised, then I want to know
Yeah.
about the people that are around them.
Yeah.
Okay,
As-
fair enough.
As
fair
a
enough.
counterpoint, if you ask about the people that are around them first and use it as a narrowing, if you ask about the castle at large and Will says no, now you have a free question.
Shit.
That's kind of what I was
I
trying
see.
to say.
You guys are thinking with your big brains.
But also, like, it's fair. Like the king and queen, no, but like he said, clarifying for you.
Yeah, if
I'm
you can
doing-
sweep the entire castle and it's a no.
I'm gonna ask all of them and
Yeah.
screw Nobon.
You've also got many spell slots, so you
Yeah. Though there's only so many times I can ask this within a certain period of time before the answers
right.
become fungible.
very fair.
But all right, you see, Indigo says, "Sephel, you said, why don't you do that already?" And he goes,
Oh, okay.
and he dramatically does like a superhero ground punch directly in front of you, and it like crystallizes out in perfect mandala of cracks around him.
Hell yeah.
It does take 10 minutes because it's a ritual.
Your gardener
So-
is just coming around the corner. and he's like,
slow
I
motion.
imagine,
"Damn it!"
I imagine you like badass punch the ground, and we're all just like we stand back for a second. You're like, give it a minute, and it's like the slowest like Windows loading bar of arcane glyphs.
No, it's
The dial-up sounds.
you hear the dial-up sound, and it's just like it's not a crack. It's just like a plant is slowly growing as a perfect mandala around his fist that goes out to like an arc of like 10 feet around him.
Love it.
Proal, who's back upon we rest, and whose many majesties that we do perceive. Are there any currently within the castle of the King of Ember who have been compromised by the demon lords?
No.
Sick.
Indeed, dope.
Our,
Next.
our,
That was your second question.
Yes.
our mightiest ally, Sekarak, the cool-ass dragon. Has he been compromised?
No.
Sick. So I've heard a lot about this one guy. His name was apparently either Nobu or Nobon. No one seems to know. Is he dead?
Unclear.
Oh man. Indigo like snaps back. Ah, I have some great news. I have some even better news, and I have some existentially disturbing news.
Great.
All right, the king, queen, the whole castle, set, not compromised. Sekarak, not compromised. Nobu is in a liminal state somewhere between life and death, and is perhaps retrievable. Sephel, I know it means a lot to you to get your lover back, so I think there's a way that we can really work this.
I hope he burns where he lives.
Oh my god.
Yeesh. Tales of steers, man. Whatever you're into, don't drag me into it. Whoa.
No kink shame. No kink shame.
Well, this has been very informative.
This has taken all of 10 minutes, and most of it was you painting the ground with whatever.
I was encouraging the growth of Turtle's majesty, and then he takes one of the leaves and snaps it off. Minty. You should try it.
That looks like sumac. The answer was unclear.
Do we believe that the demon princes would be infiltrating the paladin?
I think they would exalt in the ability to do evil among those who usually do good.
What are they called
I don't
again?
know.
The Platinum Talon.
Yeah, Platinum Talon.
And they're a clerical/paladin order, yes.
I don't know why I remember this, as I was not there, but don't you have mad beef with the Dwellin family, Scylla?
Oh, fuck.
You mean the sisters?
Yeah, don't they hate you?
I do not believe they hate me, but we did think that they overcharged me.
Yeah. Zeus was telling me that before he went insane. He said there was a whole scene.
If I remember correctly, you were very aggressively against their business.
It felt unfair. We have enough money now that I had money at the time too.
Yeah. Money wasn't a problem. You had the money.
No, we could buy them if you want to.
I'm pretty sure I gave them like 2
You
grand.
could buy them?
Not
The
the
fuck?
sisters, the business.
Oh my god.
I was gonna say, what the fuck? That took a turn.
Do you want to practice enslavement in the final hours?
That's
Oh my
gonna be a
God.
no, Scylla. Come on now.
Sounding real Lara right now.
I'm trying to remember. I think they said something that specifically pissed off Scylla, but hold please.
I'm pretty sure you came in and were like, give me a discount.
Yeah,
And they were like,
you
a
were
lot of
trying to
families died because of your party. I don't know that we should.
If I remember correctly, you were trying to haggle. They were like, no. You were like, then I'm going to stop giving you business. They were like, bet, fuck off.
I feel like there was also a threat made
Yes,
as
there were
well,
a few.
to which they were like, okay, no.
I'm hearing what you're saying. I'm not remembering any of it. So
This is on point for Scylla. This is on point for Scylla. Scylla's like,
it's-
I don't fucking
I think what actually happened is that Will and Sam were fighting, and then we made it into the game.
we
Yeah, Sam and I had choice words with each other.
Yeah.
And it bled over,
It
as
took
we
me
do all the time.
It took
I
me a
can't
really.
believe-
I mean, we didn't get that shield until like.
Yeah, you got it, I think, when we came back from the River King.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
But-
it's a very
yeah.
rare item, and I was like, I can't give it to him at level 5.
Well, that was also the first time that we had been back
Yeah, we hadn't been
since we had left. Like, that was the first time we
back.
returned.
I mean, it wasn't even worthy of getting into my notes. So. As far as
So
Scylla's
what's
concerned,
wait? Okay, let's go back a sec.
Sounds
Why
like you're
do we
rewriting
care
the
about
narrative,
the
Peter.
dwellings right now? Are we going to like ask godly questions if they're compromised or something? I just don't remember how they got brought up here.
No, it was Indigo's suggestion of, like, is it possible? I think the implication was, is it
yeah,
possible
that's-
that these
Maybe they're
fuckers are...
compromised. Because
If
we're asking about
they-
the Platinum Talon, maybe they're compromised. I mean, I don't know about this Weth girl either. She might be compromised. Maybe the
We-
giant toad's back. I don't know.
Hey, Sephel's hella fucking smart.
Since when?
Is he?
We, in the library, when we...
Which one?
The...
Graven Hollow?
That one, Out of Place in Time. When we learned about all of the demon lords that had made it and some who hadn't, there was a particular demon lord that was within a black gem that was causing madnesses within the people that came into its possession.
Weird.
God, I don't remember any of this.
Well, it's okay because Sephel's hella smart. That. So I think this whole time we've been like, especially during that 10 painful fucking minutes that Indigo was casting, I think Sephel has maybe been thinking about this.
Okay.
And starts putting that dot together. Because that was the rundown we were given, was like people were coming into the possession of this gem, and either they were going mad or people were killing them for it.
Do we need to ask if the crystal is in the city?
We have a compass that would tell us.
Wow, a magic compass? Really?
Yeah, we pulled it off of a dead body.
That's freaky.
What?
That's not okay.
What did I? What?
Fucking, it pops up and all I hear in my head is "Be our guest."
Oh no.
Sorry, this is if you need another reason to join the Discord, you can get a exact play for play of what's going on inside of my head most of the time.
Okay.
Okay, so
So Will, but like I want to do this, but does that sound relevant to it? Like, can you remind me a little bit of that?
I'm gonna have you
breakdown?
roll. I'm gonna
Okay.
have you roll a history check to see if Sephel can recall what he learned pertaining to that particular thing.
So
Fair
Val,
enough.
are you thinking visibly? Can I see that your brain's working?
Yeah, I mean, I
He's
would
constipated.
say that I'm like,
His little Orog brain is
yes. I mean, some of this has been said out loud. He's like mumbling to himself. He's like, what could be going on? And
Grumbles 2.0.
some sort of he is kind of getting Grumbles-esque in this.
Guidance.
Cool.
guidance.
So what is that? Just advantage?
D4.
D4. Okay.
Grumbles comes around the corner. He's like, "Stop taking my fucking job."
Stop telling everyone I'm dead. Okay.
Better throw your war medals off
Yo.
the ridge. Yo.
Natural
No.
20.
Let's go.
What'd you
Madness.
get for though?
Madness table. Natural 20. With the D4, that is a total of 32.
Damn, that's a lot. That's a big number.
He hella smart, dude.
Yeah, where before when it was your illithid and you could see your brain like actually undulate in your cephalopod head, now you're just like and then you're like, oh, I got it. You stupid Orog.
Jesus Christ.
Just kidding. No, you immediately recall a vision of a place that you hadn't seen before, specifically when you came upon a different obelisk, and you see these glimpses of these shady figures, and then even like very fine looking figures. You see drows, you see gray dwarves, you see deep gnomes, you see some humans, and it looks like it's a busy marketplace, but it's dark and scummy. And yeah, you see like the glimpse of someone holding something up in their hand, and then a flash of an image of someone stabbing another individual, and you see this gem tumble, and then this hand come down of you, like grab this black little rock and then scurry off into the night, and you just see more and more images of that. And what you remember is that this pertained to a specific demon lord known as Fraz Herb Lu, the demon lord of lies and deception and illusion.
And just to clarify, the person that had the gem in that image was the one who was killed.
It's unclear. You didn't get to see exactly what it was, but you saw multiple deaths.
I think we may be able to solve these murders and get a little bit closer to repelling the demons. And he will relay that vision. It is possible that the influence of Fraz Herb Lu has made its way.
Gesundheits.
Thank you. If his existence is still confined to this rock, we may be able to locate it.
Wait, do you know what the rock looks like?
I saw it in the vision.
Interesting.
Will, was it a gemstone? Was it a rock? Was it something that would be very commonly found? Or did it seem rare and otherworldly?
I would love for you to roll me a nature check.
Okay.
Pertaining to how to properly identify what that rock or crystal or gem might have been.
Nope, that's a 7.
You don't know. The visions passed so quickly you're not entirely sure what exactly it looked like. But you know it could fit into someone's hand quite easily.
This is kind of stretching things, Sephel, but if you can, make me familiar with this object, I could, or if you could name this object, I could, find it for you.
I don't think I have enough information to do that clearly. But we do have the compass, and I don't know the particulars of the spell that you are trying to cast. But if it allows specificity, such as the rock containing the consciousness of Fraz Herb Lu,
there's only so many of those around, you know?
It's got to be less than 5.
And I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not gonna try to there's a bad check. I don't think I would be able to give you a good description to find it by.
So I'm just straight up thinking of using locate objects. And locate objects, I can describe or name an object that's familiar to me. I think so. It's a little bit tricky there,
Yeah.
like if it's familiar to me. But like I can definitely name it now. It's the only gem that I would be aware of that has a demon in it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm trying to think. I don't have anything either that would be able to.
Yeah, that actually, I think this might be a better use case for the magic compass.
I think we just try
you're right.
both.
Porque no los dos.
Yeah. Does anyone have an attunement slot?
What'd you call?
The fuck you say?
Do you have an attunement slot?
Did you
Lara-
just call me a whore?
Lara
Not loud.
does have an attunement slot, yes.
It's settled. Laura does all the work.
You want me to attune to a compass?
Yeah.
It points in the direction of. I actually never got a full breakdown of it. I never identified it. It has always led us
Yeah.
in the direction of our goal.
Yeah. Before he went insane, that like hour or so where I knew him so well, Zeus told me if you just concentrated on something, you would be drawn towards it.
Yeah, and I mean, you would have seen this. I'm pretty sure we used this to find Baphomet.
You're totally
in
right.
The
Yeah.
maze. Yeah. Okay.
We misjudged the y-axis, or I guess
Yeah.
I think Z is up down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Lara will take the hour to treasure and adore this compass.
Have her to hold.
Mm-hmm. And then
It's a beautiful garden. It's a great place for a ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right by the shed in the
She-
waterway.
She's just, in reality, she just like throws it around her neck, and she's like, "Yeah, it'll work."
Would it be helpful for this if I was a dragon by any chance? Is that?
No,
No.
it would not.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. And then we
So an hour later.
fart around for an hour, yeah. And then I imagine when you attune to something, eventually you do feel like connected to that thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think when she's ready, she knows, and she like approaches the group and she like holds it out in her palm.
A Siri voice comes up in your mind and it's like, compass attuned. Would you like to use the compass?
I can't help with that.
Rerouting.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Yeah. She flips it
Here are
open.
12 places to bury a body.
Yeah, right.
Remember old unpatched Siri that could do that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Back in the day.
Oh man.
Showing our age. Anyways.
I imagine the compass spins for a little bit,
And it points right to Sephel.
and then she.
So you're like, rock with demon.
She's
show
thinking.
me.
Lara's very literal as well, and I think she's thinking, Frozer lube, Froz,
Froz herb blue.
Frozer blue, Froz.
Don't say it.
The-
Don't
it's
say
the-
it too
she's
fast,
thinking-
Sam.
Frizer blue.
Don't do it.
Can you describe it to me again, Sephel?
In nomine Patris, Frabadilou.
It is the stone containing the consciousness of Froz herb blue. He is the demon prince of lies and deception.
So she just like thinks really hard about that.
And you look down at the compass, and it doesn't move.
Oh
Like
my
it's
gosh.
not pointing in a direction.
You have it, don't you?
No.
It's not. It doesn't seem to be. It like it's a compass. It's always pointing in a direction, but like this one doesn't follow a magnetic north. So like you know how the arrow can like wobble back like up and down slightly
Yeah.
and stuff like that, as well as like rotate in a circle. It's just like the arrowhead's pointed down. Like nothing is grabbing its attention.
She immediately starts to think about how much she hates Grozit.
And eventually the compass actually picks up and moves and points in a general direction.
Well, it works, but that wasn't what we wanted it to point to.
Perhaps he is
It's
no
fucking
longer.
useless.
Perhaps he is no longer in the stone. Perhaps it has been transferred or he has been released. Maybe focus on the entity itself.
Does the entity have a visage aside from the stone?
I'm sure he does. I don't know it. But we've never needed that before. We would simply say a destination or a goal, and as long as it was connected to something.
What if I think Lara's like half listening to the spell, and then she, and
Nice,
then she begins
nice.
to think about how much she wants to kill the traitor in the city who's compromised. Does it do anything?
It's all murder with this woman.
It, like, ever so slightly flickers, but it keeps the same general direction as when you were thinking of Grozit, but you know it's, like, latched onto a new target.
Interesting.
Perhaps we should follow this.
You follow your lead.
All right.
Because you're thinking about the traitor back in
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Bracklestug, right?
Oh, no, sorry. I'm thinking about the compromised individual in the city of Ember, who I don't know who they are, but I know that there is a compromised individual.
Nothing happens then.
So if I think about, I don't know if it's just not working or if they're the same person.
You think about drinks like ale, beer, whatever. It changes direction to the nearest place in the city. You think about the king and queen. It points towards the castle. You think about Sekarak. It points in the direction of the tower, because that's where he's gone back to. You try to pinpoint Fraz Blue or this stone, and the compass goes cold. You're even like, fuck it, grumbles, and it points, and he's like peeking out from behind the shed, and he's like, ah! And then runs off, and it follows him as he runs. So you know, for whatever reason, the compass just isn't picking up either the stone or Fraz Blue.
I guess we're perfectly safe then, friends. Easy.
What if we have it attuned to the next murder victim?
Yo, what? You going
Or
all
the
minority
intended
report on us
target.
here, buddy?
I am unsure from the vision. But around the influence of Fraz Blue, there were murders. If we can get ahead of the curb. I don't know if the murderer has the stone or whatever it is now, or if the victim does. But if we can find one or the other.
Lara will immediately be thinking about an innocent life in the city that is the unknowing target of a murder. And she's thinking about saving that life and just focusing on that feeling.
You focus on this feeling, and you're really trying to connect with it. And as you do, you feel the compass start to pick up a little bit. And then it just begins to spin in circles and stop and point and then spin and stop and point and spin and stop and point in all sorts of different directions until eventually it just seems to start spinning faster and faster in a circle till it's just like a blur within the compass.
So it could be literally anybody.
Everyone is
So-
a target.
So you focused on the target. What about the murderer?
I will think about the person who wants to cause violence, untold violence on many people.
It stops.
And it's pointing in a
and
new
goes
direction.
cold.
Oh.
Nope, goes cold.
It is. I would guess that Fraser Blue perhaps has some kind of illusion, something protecting them.
He's probably immune to divination,
Yeah.
if I were to guess.
Wow.
I don't know why it took me that long to think that, but if he's the Lord of Lies and Deception, why the fuck would you be able to scry on him?
Guys, you want me to scry on him?
Yes.
You can give it a shot, but I
It
feel like we're
usually
spinning our
ends
wheels
badly.
here.
Let's go, baby.
You know what? Screw it. I want to do it. Will, I would like to cast Scrying on Frazar Blue.
Are you doing it? Oh, it's casting time, just 10 minutes. It's not even a
Yeah.
ritual. It's just 10 minutes. You
Just sit
spend
down.
10 minutes setting yourself up to scry on him. You crystal ball, silver mirror, font filled with holy water, however you do it, you pull it together and you're like, you complete the spell. You look down into this, I don't know, fuck it. You find like a bird bath and you're looking into it as it goes perfectly still. And it just shows a mirror looking back at yourself. Nothing changes.
Whoa, trippy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he's got to be
then-
immune.
You hear a scream echo out over the city. And we'll see you guys next time.
Well, thank you for joining us for another fine episode of the Madness Table, including references to Christian Mingle and Nacho Libre. We've had a great time here today. If you happen to, please drop us a review. It's a great way to let other folks know about the podcast, and even better if you could give us a personal recommendation to the coolest cat you know. You know who they are. Yeah. Anyway, if you want to pop down to the Discord and hang out with us nerds, that's where we'll be at. Every once in a while, just, pop in there, just say some stuff. It's pretty fun. And you can follow us on our social media accounts. It's another great way. If you like to send the memes around, it's a great way to talk to people without having to talk to people. Anyway, Nacho Libre out.